How do you assess a draft as a general manager as soon as it's done? We all in the media say it takes 3-5 years to do it. What about you, Chris?
I'm usually pretty. I mean, look. I mean, I'd be lying. I mean, every general manager after the draft gets up and says, "Man, we freaking nailed it. We got everybody we wanted." I'm probably a little more, even keeled with it. Like, we're excited about the players we got, but now they got to go prove it. We always feel really good if they contribute. I mean, I think you see pretty quickly, Rich. I mean, of course, the developmental timeline for every player is different. But I'll tell you this. The second Quentin Nelson stepped on the field, it didn't take long to see that he was pretty good.
Yeah, he passed the eye test. I know that. Yeah, that passed the eye test. Big Q. I know that. Man.
Yeah, and any player, you usually see it pretty. I mean, Jonathan Taylor didn't take long to see that he was going to be pretty good. Pittman was really good. I mean, these guys, and it's funny because Darius, I remember that first offseason, Darius didn't practice at all because he was overcome. He had a quad injury.
Right.
And, there's some whispers, they took him too high. This guy, he's not practicing. And the first day of training camp, he picks Andrew Luck off twice. Well, okay, this guy's pretty good.
I know.
So I think quick. With some guys, it takes a little longer, but with the ones that are really special, they hit the ground running pretty quickly.
How the hell did Jonathan Taylor last that long, Chris? I still don't get it. I don't understand it. What happened?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he rushed for too many yards. I don't. We really liked him, and I kept going. You just had the running back position has been beat up so bad by the analytical community, and I don't know if people are timid to take him now or what. I remember we traded up 2 or 3 picks, and you'd have thought we had just done the stupidest thing on earth for moving up and getting this guy, but. I don't know. He's very talented. We'll feel fortunate that we have it.
Well, it's not just the tape. It's not the tape. You actually see, he says one syllable to you and looks you in the eye, and it's just like he's one of the most special people you're going to meet, period. End of story, And why wouldn't you want to move up to take somebody with that talent and that ability and also that personality and drive? I can't say enough about him. And I was saying that, trust me, as a Michigan Wolverine, I was very happy you took him out of the Big Ten. But,
he ripped y'all. There's no doubt. I mean, I'm a Badger. I'm a Wisconsin guy. So, I mean, he ripped Michigan up pretty good.
Chris, I know you're known for your honesty, but can you sugarcoat that a little bit? Come on, man. Come on, man. But no, I hear you. Chris Ballard here on the Rich Eisen Show. So how antsy are you when you don't have a first-round pick, when you watch it?
No, I'm okay. I mean, I think in 18 we had one. We traded out of the first in 19. And 20 we traded for Buckner. Last year we had one, and then this year. So you just let it fall. I mean, there's good players at every level of the draft. We feel like you can always find players. Just because you don't have a first-round pick doesn't mean you can't still find really, really good players in the draft. So, we just scout them up, and, whenever it's our time to pick, we make a decision on who we're going to take or if we're going to move back and kind of roll with it.
And on this show this year, Chris, we got involved in the NIL gig where we gave out some free glue product and $1,000 to some players that didn't expect to have an NIL deal thrown their way based on their profile or their big game, and we decided to bestow it on them. And one of the guys we did was Alec Pierce. We thought we were kind of targeting him throughout the season as a guy was flying under the radar in a way, and then after he beat Notre Dame, again, being a Michigan guy, you do that, I'll give you glue and $1,000. But he's terrific. He's terrific. What did you see in him, and what you think he can do for you this year, Chris?
Well, we our scouts did a really good job, scouting him and getting all the detail and identifying. I think that's part of the process is, I don't really care about what grades we have on them. It's nice if we've got them right, but we don't always get the grades perfectly right. But just make sure we got the right guys identified so we all get our eyes on them. And they did a good job identifying them. I happened to be at the Indiana game where he had a pretty good game. And then my assistant general manager, Ed Dodds, was at the Notre Dame game where he just freaking, he just went off. And then we went to University of Cincinnati to work out Desmond Ritter, and Alex showed up and worked out, and Rich, let me just tell you, that's unusual today. Mm-hmm. 15 years ago, we could get kids to run 340s. Like if we needed them to do something, they would do it. Nowadays, just getting them to complete the process is quite the fight. But Alex showed up. He worked out. Reggie was with us. Reggie Wayne went down with us. And, man, you could feel him when he worked out. I mean, even though he's 6'3", 211, and he's got a lot of power in his body, and he's fast, and he's really athletic. No, we think he adds a big play element at the receiver position that we needed to address. And
when we're along on the subject, Chris Ballard, of things you don't normally see, you also don't normally see a kid get drafted in the NFL who didn't pick up a football till he was the age of 14 because he was a soccer winter sports lover from Austria. But you did. By way of
in the military,
right? By way
in the military. How about that?
Right. I mean, so Bernhard Raimann, how do you evaluate somebody like that and draft him, Chris? How does that work?
So I'm going to tell you one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my career.
Okay.
So I'll never forget this. Sebastian Vollmer was at University of Houston, and I scouted the Southwest for the Bears for 11 years, and I didn't have a very good grade on Sebastian Vollmer. And I'll never forget, I show up at the workout that day, and all of a sudden I look over, and there's Dante Scarnecchia there to work out Sebastian Vollmer. And he was incredible. And I remember calling in the office going, I think I'm a little low on this guy. We might need to do some more work on him. And with Raymond, he's got a lot of the same traits. I mean, he's a big, strong, athletic man. And, even with the position switch, watching from his junior, season to his senior season, just the incremental progress that he made, playing the position, gets you excited. And to be honest, Rich, we thought, there was points when we actually talked about taking him at 42. So for him to be there later, we felt really good about it.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.